It is the afternoon. Woke up. First name Chill, last name Monger. Joined by Planet Fanatics. We are on day probably like 55, if we really thought of it, of doing these streams here on weekdays. We're going to kick it with you for a couple of hours and talk about Spider-Man news. We're going to talk about Doctor Doom. That kind of rhymes, so I have to think of something else that rhymes. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the Chiss, the Star Wars. We're going to talk about all of yours, some TV shows and tier ranking, the Marvel rankings. We're going to do a lot of chit chat here. But before we get into any of all of that, I'd like to say that there were some more Palestinians who died today from snipers. That's what I would like to say.
And I'm sure the left is not paying, or I'm sorry, the right.
You got it right. The left too.
Yeah, them too. But no one's paying attention to it.
What about that school shooting that just happened?
No one's paying attention to it.
Did the New York Yankees, they didn't? Okay. All right. Got it.
No one's paying attention to it. Yeah.
And another thing. I think it's political violence is wrong. And I think if someone has a political opinion that's different than yours, no one should die over that. I think white supremacists dying is not a sad thing. I think white supremacists dying isn't some tear-jerking thing.
Agreed.
You saw my reaction to yesterday. Like, you were in the middle of talking, and I saw the video, and I won't, like, because the video was alarming and it's startling. And I think maybe he might not have made it. So there's the shock of that, just human to human. But the more and longer I sit on and I think about it, was this a white supremacist? Was his goals and then like full determination and intention in life to oppress me? Yes. I care.
Yeah. This is the only thing I'm going to say about it the entire stream, because we're actually going to try to have a stream today. Yesterday's stream, I felt on my end, at least, I was kind of checked out, especially after the news and watching the videos and just everybody's different opinions on the things. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end it at this on my end. Like I said yesterday, regardless of your political views, regardless of where you sit or what side of the fence that you're on when it comes to all of this, I don't believe, and you can have your own opinions. I do not believe that anybody should be killed, murdered, or anything like that because of their political opinions or because of their opinions in general. Charlie Kirk, I do not believe that he should have been killed because of his opinions. I don't think that was right at all. However, with all of that being said, as I said yesterday, I have sympathy for his children. I have sympathy for them, growing up now without a father. However, my sympathy does stop there. It doesn't go any further. It stops there at his children. And the reason being is because I've watched countless videos. I've seen countless things of this man going disrespectfully at the Black community, the things that he has said about Black women, the things that he has said about Black Lives Matter, the things that he has said about the Civil Rights Act, the things that he has said. And that's just things about the Black community. We can go on to other communities that he's directly gone out and attacked. I've seen a video of him going at Sheila Jackson Lee, Joy Reid, and Michelle Obama, where Sheila Jackson Lee stumbled over a word and he said, look, they can't even pronounce words correctly. So I've seen people saying, oh, you guys are taking some of those clips of Kirk out of context. Nothing's being taken out of context. And I'm done trying to sympathize or compromise, rather, with my race or my community. I'm not going, if someone is going at the Black community, y'all got to stop expecting Black folks to be to have this empathy or be sympathetic towards people that don't give a good goddamn about us. We're not going to do that. It's always Black folks being told to, have some empathy. This is a word that he, out of his words, they didn't even believe in. So again, I do feel sorry for those children. I think that it's horrible. I think that the death yesterday is horrible. The fact that it happened in front of all those people, the video went viral. There's up close versions that are even more horrific than the ones that are further away. But that does not then take away the legacy that this man set for himself. This was the legacy he set out to leave for himself. He died doing exactly what he wanted and died in exactly the world he wanted. So no, I don't feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for his children, and I feel sorry for everybody that, had to witness that. I do not have the empathy for him, though.
Watch this. I'm a Black Republican, and I feel like everyone has a right to say how they feel, what they think. Just that's being an American. But to murder someone and then celebrate it, that's disgusting. So in order to get like on a moral high ground, what Comic Chameleon did was he brought up the idea of celebrating a murder, which I didn't do and you didn't do. And I know you're talking generally, just people on Twitter, just some people who are celebrating a murder. And I think like there's a lot of like reaching today and yesterday by people who are like, finally, we got some more morality here. It's ethically on our side to talk about how a death is bad. We can finally do it. All right, guys, cool. Palestine.
And then too, the address that the address that was made, and I to just to Comic Chameleon there, and I agree with what you're saying. I'm not in disagreement with you. It is absolutely disgusting to be celebrating the man's death. I do agree with that. Um, my only, and this is not a pushback toward that. This is a pushback toward the people that are saying, "Oh, I've seen these videos, and you guys are so disgusting." Now, whether or not these people are the ones that were celebrating alligator Alcatraz, I don't know. But I'm pointing my finger at the right because the right points their finger at the left when when you're saying like, "Oh, the left is laughing at Charlie Kirk." So where was this same empathy from the right 2-3 weeks ago when we were potential or discussing the possibilities of tearing immigrant families apart and throwing them into alligator Alcatraz? Where was that empathy then? So it's funny that we pick and choose when we want to have empathy. We pick and choose if it's someone from our party or we got to have the empathy. But if it's not someone from our party, then we don't have to have the empathy. That just does not work.
We should be pointing our finger at the entity that shot him. And I know I did not just say the sniper man who shot him, but who was behind it? How was he able to escape? What was the plan? This isn't just something he thought about doing on that day, right? This was well coordinated. So every coordinator needs to be like found and then tried and then like discovered. Why was he killed? Why now? I've seen everything on my feed talking about how he was shifting his position on Israel and he was starting asking those uncomfortable questions that he didn't used to start asking until just recently. And now all of a sudden he's not alive anymore. What he was going to do is influence the rights and people like that to go, we shouldn't be funding this. We should not be providing U.S. aid to missiles and weapons to that rogue nation over there that is occupying land on Palestine and committing a genocide right now. I think that there's a theory there, and I'm like, okay, what are the other contenders? I actually want to find out who is guilty for doing the shot and rescuing whoever, like rescuing the shooter and getting him out of there. I saw the pictures from the FBI. I don't think that we're ever going to get that person caught. And if we do, I don't know. Oh, here comes Kevin Davis. Speaking of Israel, Charlie Kirk isn't complete innocent. He continues to speak hate speech. Everybody isn't going to let that slide at all. See, he was hate speech to who, Charlie? Hate speech to Israel? Or what do you mean?
And that's just hate. I think he's talking about hate speech in general, and I agree with that. Hate speech in general. That's all he did was spew hate. It wasn't just toward the black community. The day that Taylor Swift got engaged, he went on live or his show or whatever the fuck he had and was talking about, okay, so now she needs to settle down and bear kids, stay at home, stay in the kitchen, do all the things, and be a good wife to Travis Kelce. The mindset, the things that he has said, it's completely so. Again, now do I think that's something you shoot the man for? No, absolutely not. That's a crazy batshit opinion.
Not that part. The Taylor Swift opinion, no.
Yeah, or I don't think he should have been shot on any of his other opinions, even on the black opinions, the things that he has said about black people. We live in a country where you can have freedom of speech. You can think those things. You might get your ass beat for thinking those things, but you can think those things.
You can get beat but not killed.
Well, obviously you can get killed too. Used to be back in the day, you say some crazy ass shit. Maybe all you had to worry about was maybe fighting somebody. But we live in a different day and age. You speak your mind now, or you speak your opinion now, you could be shot for it, and that is right or left. That's why people need to stop trying to make this a right and left thing. It's not a right thing. It's not a left thing. This is, again, I said a long time ago, we are no longer talking about political views. We are talking about morals and
beliefs. I'm not talking about political views when I talk about Charlie Kirk. I'm talking about an evil guy dedicated to systemic oppression. Like, this is a racist like generator. He's just that. And I'm like, I don't care for people like this. I don't watch them. I scroll past them so I hurt them in the algorithm. I don't even click dislike because that helps them. I just pay no attention to them. And now he's gone, and now I will watch all his old videos and see, yeah, he was pretty terrible. His latest tweet, the final one he had, was bolstering some more of that stuff.
Yeah, so again, like I said, I feel sorry for his children. They have to grow up in the legacy that is their father's, unless they choose to take a different path. However, I don't feel sorry for the man that said he didn't even believe in empathy. Everybody keeps saying that you guys have no empathy. You have no empathy. Where was the empathy? He didn't even believe in that word.
Y'all really talking about Charlie Kirk? There was a school shooting yesterday. T Mac is still saying he would be better than Kobe. He would do better than Kobe.
Yeah,
Bro.
I'm talking about Charlie Kirk. I'm going to continue to talk about Charlie Kirk. And not only that, I'd also talked about the school shooting yesterday. I've also emphasized that why are not that's what I said.
Yeah, that's how we started.
But not only that, people only see what when we get on here for the 2 hours, what we say, unless I say it on Twitter or whatever. I have actually, before we got on, I was behind backstage telling
Oh
Chill
yeah,
how I've been all day arguing the point of the children that were shot yesterday. I've been arguing all day the points of Charlie Kirk with different people on my personal Facebook page. So you guys see what you see when we come on here for the stream, but there's more conversations that are happening. But I will continue to talk about Kirk.
his position shift on Israel is the reason. I mean, that's why I usually think, right? Same with JFK. His position changed on Israel. We know he was racist, but someone talking about cutting off billions to their war, you can't have that. I saw that Netanyahu and Trump tweeted at the exact same time at 3:02 Eastern, and it was so yeah, they probably got off the phone together and they said this is how we're gonna handle it. And then Trump was like, "All
Well,
right, boss."
you already know what I think, and I don't, I don't have a problem sharing this. I don't think that there is a shooter. I don't think that there is. Obviously, there's a shooter. Obviously, Kirk is dead. Obviously, things like that. Do I put anything past this administration? Do I put them past any type of big conspiracy theory? No, I don't. Do I think that he was that Kirk was killed by their administration to be made a martyr to take the attention off of Donald Trump and the
Everything.
Epstein files? Yeah, I do. I
Well,
don't
the
think that this is.
flotilla in Tunisia that was just bombed, and all they're trying to do is deliver food and baby formula to the starving Palestinians. Yeah, take
Yeah,
attention away from that.
yeah, I mean, and not just that. Then you had the weirdness of it all yesterday. You had some people saying that the old man was the gunman. Some people said when they took the gunman down, that the old man down, he said he'd do it again. Some people said no, it wasn't the old man. Some people said he was on the roof. Some people said he put a shotgun 200 feet away from him. So which is it? I don't know. So I don't believe there is a shooter. Obviously, there's a shooter. He's dead, things like that. But I don't believe that it's a shooter in the way that they are preferencing it to be a shooter. I think that they have placed someone there or an individual
Uh,
there or whatever. The pictures now of this younger guy. I don't know. Is he in on it? I don't know. But I don't think that Kirk was. This is all. This is like when his ear got shot. It's all a hoax.
you know what? I would like to know.
Not Kirk's death though. Kirk's death is real.
I believe he actually died. I don't have a question about that. But the way that it happened though, like where the sound clearly came from one place, right? The gun. But were there multiple sounds that were triggered at the exact same time to mask the location of where that guy came from? I'd like to see that. Dude said no one's talking about September 11. All right, let's talk about Israel some more. And let's talk about how there were some dancing Israelis with the white van who were celebrating it, documenting the event as if they knew it was going to happen before it had happened, and that the buildings fell with controlled demolition, and it was not in line with the story, which is that a plane hit it, and just the weight and the collapse of the structure failing at the top also resulted in the columns underneath and underneath and underneath until it laid down perfectly. And like, let's talk about what happened in 2001 on that Tuesday morning and how the official story that they've been going with isn't true. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Israelis who were arrested, who said that they were there to record. Let's also talk about the BBC report saying that the third tower was going to fall down or had already fallen down, and it still hadn't fallen down yet. It was like in the shot still. Let's talk about that day. May my fellow Christians find it in their heart to pray for his children and his wife. And you brought that up too, right? Yeah. That's two people who are not going to have a dad anymore. That's sad. You're muted.
Yesterday I did say I prayed for his wife, but the more that I've had conversation and thought about it, I'm sorry, I don't. I pray for his children. His wife is a grown adult who willingly was married to this man that was a bigot, an anti-black bigot. He did not care for the black community. He didn't care. And I'm using the black community as the main thing that I always go at Kirk with, because that's where a lot of my issues with him stem from. I have issues with a lot of the other things that he has said too, but I start there always. She sat in that. She knew that you were grown. Um, um, yeah, she lost her husband, but you also think that way. And it's the same way I say with these people that support Charlie Kirk or support Donald Trump. You cannot call yourself a friend of mine if you support him or the way that he thinks, because, or by supporting him, you support the way he thinks. That means you agree with the things that he thinks, the things that he says, his ideologies. So you cannot then be a friend of mine when you are saying, "Oh, let's get rid of the slavery stuff in at the Smithsonian Museum." When he's calling out, saying that, what do you say about the black kids in Chicago, that they're not there 20 years from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, they're never gonna be different. They're always gonna be criminals and things like that. Where you had the mayor of Chicago saying to the young black boys of our state, "Don't listen to what the president of the United States called you. You can't be a friend of mine," and you're supporting that hate speech. So I don't
You're
don't
not going to
support
see him speak at Stillwater.
no.
Do not get me mistaken. Okay, I won't. He was a disgusting human being, and you're right. Back in the day, you can get your ass whooped today. You can get shot. It's not political. It's just basic human decency. Martyrdom at its highest now. I agree, Darius.
It's just crazy. I'm telling you, man. You had Trump just in front of the reporters the other day, saying, after the letter finally came out, because Kirk was one of the ones with JD Vance calling the whole letter that we finally got to actually see fake, and produced the letter and this and this and that and blah blah blah. When the letter was produced, and you got Trump standing in front of the news reporter saying that that's not his signature, that's not even language he uses, and blah 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 blah. He was taking a lot of heat when those 233 pages came out from the Epstein files. More heat than he had already been taking. Not that people were letting up on him, but he was taking a lot of heat. So if I'm corrupt, and I think the way that this corrupt administration, all these corrupt people think, what better way to get the attention off of yourself, Mr. President? Let's put the attention on someone else. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I have conspiracy theories. I've read the other conspiracy theories and things that people have online, and I do not believe that Kirk was killed just because somebody at their mom's basement had a hit out on Kirk and had been planning it for months. This wasn't one of those. I don't believe that. I think this was something done from within their administration to make him a martyr, to get the attention off of Trump. And then for Trump to sit up there last night and addressing the nation the way he did, bolstering it, making it more, saying that this is the left's fault, the radical left, trying to make everybody against each other.
Yeah, and because we still hadn't arrested the guilty party for that. It's way too early to say whose fault it was and what the motive when everything was. That's what I'm getting at too. Like, I don't know yet. Yeah, my theory is that Israel's responsible for it, but I'm not saying that for sure. Like, I gotta wait and see and things.
Yeah, it's a crazy, crazy time we live in, and I do completely agree that no one should be celebrating his death. I do not have empathy for him, though, but I also think that we need to put this same attention. All these people that are saying, "Oh, you guys are disgusting," and this and this and that. You guys need to be mourning Kirk and things like that. Put that same energy into the 3 students that were just shot at Colorado Valley yesterday, or whatever. I think it was Colorado Valley, the name of the high school. Those 3. And I think we just had 3 HBCUs go on lockdown today due to threats. We have a very real problem in this country, even though Charlie Kirk didn't want to recognize that. We have a very real problem in this country. And I'm not a person that says take away guns, but I do believe in gun regulations.
Yeah, and stay clear of any large public spaces for the next. Give it a month. Like just be safe, everyone.
Yeah.
Specifically, like political commentators, everyone, whether you're right or left, just stay home. Do Zoom appearances. Just chill. Now's not a time to play with your life. Abomination. I'm gonna be joining Abomination AJ's channel in a few. He'll message me. I forget when. That's why I said message me. I actually told him I'll forget or I'll be asleep. Just message me when you want me to come. So where did he say he doesn't believe in the black community? Genuinely asking. We know the issues of our community, but get mad at a white for saying it. I mean, you got to hear what exactly he said, then you'll be able to know. He was out of line. He was in line.
Yeah, see, this is the back and forth I've been having with people all day. I'm not going to argue with people about the things that Charlie Kirk has said. I'm not taking it out of context because that's what I was told earlier by someone else. No one's taking, you can't take what he has said out of context. And where you said, where did he say he doesn't believe in the black community? Generally asking, we know issues of our community, but get mad at a white person. Um, uh, let's see. I mean, what were the things that, just to give a few of the quotes here that he has said.
I've been seeing a lot of the quotes. I've seen every video that he's had in the last year.
Here's just some. When you see a black pilot, you wonder, are they qualified? And people will tell you, oh, you're just reading that quote. You need to go watch the conversation in its long form. Even in its long form, it's still racist. I'm not going to juggle with you about what's racist and what's not racist and what's bigotry and what's not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to compromise with you on that. So then another one is, if I'm dealing with someone in customer service who is a moronic black woman, I wonder if she is there because of her excellence, or is she there because of an affirmative action? Black women do not have the brain processing power to be taken seriously. They have to steal it from a white person's slot. Black women had to steal a white person's slot to achieve their positions. Black Lives Matter are the most corrupt and disingenuous voices that any human being could find around anything. And then he also said something about the civil rights movement being fake, and it shouldn't have been, or not being fake. He talked about how it shouldn't have happened. Basically, he also said how there are plenty of other, and he named people like Ben Carson who should have holidays over Dr. Martin Luther King, and we shouldn't be celebrating Dr. King and things like that.
He said, "I'm going to work on Juneteenth."
Right. So Charlie Kirk, nothing's being taken out of context with this man. These are things that he has said.
Racism is funny. Let's go, man. Let's start with some topics related to today's news. Not too much of it, but we'll begin with this image here. A little picture of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it's Ned. What? It's Ned. I don't know why Zendaya is there. Zendaya is with him romantically. They're I think they're engaged, aren't they?
Yeah, they're engaged.
They got engaged. So there it is. Your significant other, your better half. And we got Ned also, the actor Jacob Bartopapa.
Catalan. Yeah. Yeah.
Why
MIT, and they're all there.
Why?
Yeah, didn't they say they have small roles? I don't know how big of the roles, but I think they have small roles.
So does he swing over to Massachusetts, or does he go on like a spaceship aircraft to get him there quickly?
I don't know. Maybe they're, it depends also what time of the year this film is taking place, or the film is actually taking place in. They could be on holiday, back home for, whatever. So maybe he sees them there and he's just wearing his MIT shirt around New York. I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't know. I don't expect it to be that big of a role. I mean, they don't even know who he is. You're muted.
It's just nice for continuity's sake to see that some of the old characters will be there. And minor role, yeah, they don't need to be here. They're not significant to the plot. But as I'm watching this 2-hour movie, I'll be like, oh, yeah, him, yeah. Good to see what he's been up to. I'm updated. So it's rewarding. It's not so bad. Right Sound Studios got to where everyone's getting to. The Hobgoblin. And is he the secret villain of this movie?
I hope he's not the Hobgoblin. I have said I don't want that.
Ever?
No, not him. I don't want the actor Jacob Batalon to play the Hobgoblin.
Is it a weight thing? It's not rude to say it's a weight thing. He doesn't look like the character. You're saying now
he doesn't. He doesn't look like the character, and I haven't really seen anything from Jacob's acting where. But then again, maybe he can pull off a villainous role. I don't know. Not my first choice. Let's say that.
I haven't seen Jacob get in shape so fast. Darius is fat phobic.
No, I am not. I just no. I just don't. He doesn't
I'll
fit
be
that
fat phobic. Looking like the character is a prerequisite. So call me fat phobic all you'd like. But people do lose weight. So if Ned Leeds, he should have never been cast for a white guy named Ned Leeds. But should he slim down? Yeah, sure, give him a shot.
Yeah, see, I'm looking at net leads here from the comics and things like that, and this fan art they did of Jacob Batalon as Hobgoblin, I do like. I've seen it before. It's not bad. It's actually really good. It's actually one of the better ones. Whoever did this, hats off to them. Um, I wouldn't mind that, but yeah, he would need to slim up a little bit.
Okay, okay, okay. We jump
Here,
over.
for example, before you even move, here, private chat, pull that so you can see what I'm saying.
Okay. What is this?
Oh shit! Why did it pull that? I was trying to pull this instead. Okay, now private chat.
Instagram. Let's see.
See, that's a good look. I like that one. You do that, I wouldn't mind it. But you see, there still is a difference from the right to left picture.
Oh, back on the right and the left. Oh my god, I thought we left that. There's a huge difference in the left and the right. You see on the left, you see how white everything is, and then on the right. So that's that picture. But what about this picture? You see, we got a Doctor Doom image. This is our first look of Doctor Doom. And if he's wearing a mask on his face, why the F word would you need to hire Robert Downey Jr. or any notable actor to play a guy when he's wearing that mask? I don't think that mask comes off. They may be lying to us. And Robert Downey is actually back to play Iron Man, and they lied to all of you. He's Iron Man on set every single day. It's a trick.
It's even wearing that mask. I thought they said what was it, new mask, or was it new mask, same task?
Yep, new mask, same task.
Okay, so then he's gonna have the Doctor Doom official look, but I guess this really is the look because there's some video. I didn't even know they were doing an event today or somewhere. I guess whatever video they showed at the event had Doom in it, and this is what I guess he's actually gonna look like.
You mean the light show event thing?
Yeah.
It's three. Pretty lame. Pretty lame. Oh, it's like a face. Is there a part I can skip forward? Oh, here it is. Doctor Doom's face. Yes. An official new Marvel light show has revealed the first potential look at RDJ's Doom. Oh, that makes it. They don't even need a trailer song. Just play this in the trailer. Is that a gauntlet? They're gonna get us on the stream. Okay. What's that? Mobius strip?
No, that looks like the rings.
Yeah.
It is the rings.
I
That's
want to
the
pause that.
eye.
Is that Doctor Strange patterns? Is that Loki patterns? What is it?
I don't know. Look like first. It looks like it was the symbol for the rings.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? It could be brand new too. Oh, the Aya Agamotto like kind of does that. Panther. That's the T'Challa.
X
Oh,
Men.
that's so cool. They're kind of in a movie, and
Yeah. Um. Interesting. Yeah, I guess, and I don't want to keep. When I say these things, I am excited for Doomsday. I'm not one of the ones on Twitter that's like, "Oh, this movie's going to flop," and I'm not excited, and Marvel is so despair. I'm not. I'm not that person. I liked Thunderbolts. I liked Fantastic Four. I hated Brave New World. I'm gonna go see Doomsday. I'm excited for Spider-Man. I'm excited for these next 3 movies that are coming out. I want to see Vision Quest, and I'm watching Zombies. So it's like I'm not, but so when I say what I'm about to say, I don't want to make it sound like I'm doom and gloom. I guess it's still just going to take a bit more than that to get my pin moved. The light show didn't do it for me. Maybe it did it for you if you were actually in attendance, and maybe it did it for some of you watching. The light show just did not simply do it for me. If this were maybe 2019, 2018, I'm sure I would have been on this stream like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look what they're doing. We're not in that time. We're not in that time.
the
And
light show did what a light show does.
yeah, they're going to have to do a little bit more. A little bit more. Little bit more.
What's this screenshot of? I get this. I know what I'm looking at here. The Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. But the fourth slide here, what is it of?
I don't know.
X-Men? A hammer? Huh. Anyways, man, this is that's Marvel for you. I hear you. A light show is not it.
Nah. I'm still excited. I'm ready for all this stuff. It's just, I mean, and again, probably this is why it wasn't like put out to the public. It was just put out to the people for there. It's like they're not trying to impress. Whatever it is they've got for Doomsday, they are confident in. I feel maybe they're sweating bullets behind the closed doors. I don't know, but they haven't shown anything from it. They haven't, they're doing all these events and things like that and giving these little teases. The last D23 event, it was a montage of different quotes from other movies we've already heard the heroes say. And with Doomsday colors, this was the same thing, a light show. So whatever it is, whenever they show it, I guess they're going to be like, all right, then mic drop. Here we go. We showed it. But as of right now, I don't think they're in a hurry to really reveal anything. And I wonder if they're even happy about this reveal. Is this how you wanted to reveal Doom? Everybody got on James' head about the way Superman was revealed. Like, oh, what a shitty way to reveal him. He's putting on his boots like he's going to work with this crappy CGI behind him. Brother, this is worse. This is worse. If this is the way that you're revealing Doom off of some crappy phone photo that somebody took from the fan event that they posted online, go at Marvel like y'all went at fucking Gunn.
This is the most newsworthy part of today. This Doctor Doom picture. A mask that doesn't look like it comes off.
Yeah. I didn't even see Den of Nerds, whatever Josh was saying today. I didn't know he was live today. But everybody on this side has been saying, oh, it's so, regardless what I see people saying on Twitter, I think it was Geeky Cassa said, man, this is so cool what they've done today and blah blah blah. So I mean, maybe people just really don't like James Gunn, because these are the same people that were saying James Gunn, that reveal of Superman was trash. This is trash. This reveal of Doom is horrible. I don't think you think it's good. You think that this is like, oh,
I don't think this is an official like reveal. This picture is taken by somebody who saw the Doctor Doom on the wall, and he's like, "Here, I'm gonna post it, and I'll share it with everybody." I don't know if this
yeah,
is an orchestrated reveal the same way James Gunn did Superman.
I'm sure it's not an orchestrated reveal by Marvel, but the simple fact is this: if you posted, if this is Doom for the MCU and you have an event, do you really expect people to not take the picture of Doom and then put the picture out there? So even if this is not the official view of him, it's our first real view of him, regardless of if it's from Marvel Studios or not.
Was this taken at a public setting? Was it taken at a private setting? Like, I don't know what, I can't see what else is in the room. Is this guy in like closed quarters where he's not supposed to be? Is he a rogue employee?
I don't think so, because there's a larger picture of this, and I think on the other side might be Spider-Man, and on the other side I think is the Mandalorian. This was a big poster that was at the event, or cutout, cardboard, something.
So they clearly didn't put any care into first time Doctor Doom is seen. Well, he was kind of seen at the end of Fantastic Four. He was seen.
And that's my point. It's like, yeah, maybe Marvel didn't put this out and, themselves, but, either way, here it is. This is the reveal. This is him. It may not be the flashy 4K picture they're going to put out, but it's still him.
Yeah, we really got to like plan out these things, because there is an audience who stream daily who want to be able to cover Marvel, and there's viewers who are watching who like, we'll do the job. We'll do the job of amplifying this.
I agree with Cornelius. The look is great. So let me preference that by everything I just said. Even though I just said what I said, the look is great. Like, this is what you want Doctor Doom to look like. I was worried they were actually going to do an Iron Man mask. Thank God they're not. So this look is great. And what he just said too, didn't even pay attention to that. Are those the rings on his forearm up there? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like it. It's pretty cool. It is cool. I'm not downplaying how cool it is. Like, I'm ready to see Doom. I am. I'm just saying, everybody was going at Gunn.
Scary Movie number 6. Marlon Wayne says he will return as Shorty in Scary Movie 6. More Scary Movie alums will return beyond Regina Hall and Anna Faris. He lost 20 pounds to look more like Shorty after bulking for him. To be real with you guys, all you got to do is stop exercising and you'll lose that 20 pounds that you put on. So, I lost 20 pounds. Okay.
Yeah. Losing the weight, I think I actually noticed the weight loss on his stream he did with Kai. Opposed to, if you look at the him trailer, opposed to that trailer to now, he has lost the weight. Where is Sean? Where the hell is Sean? I ain't seen Sean. Has Sean talked about this? I ain't seen Sean do shit. It's like, feel like Marlon is just out here doing all the promo, the talk show. I haven't seen Sean in a long time though either. Is he in it? I mean, they said all the alums are coming back. I wonder why. I mean, of course his brother's in it. I would assume his brother's in it.
Oh my God, Chipotle. Chipotle is my life. I'm playing the Marlon Wayans video, but I'm waiting for these ads. Here we go.
You got an aura. How you doing, bro? I ain't gonna lie. To the house, he's that nigga.
Does he take off the jacket in this stream so we can see he's a little thinner here? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't look super muscly. So if he bulked up for him, he's still got muscles on him though. Looking healthy and looking good though. We always, I don't, putting aside movie roles and everything. And who says Shorty can't be a little stronger in the future, like 10 years after? Yeah, why not? 15 years later, yeah. So good for Marlon Wayans, bro.
Yeah, I'm ready for that one. I keep saying that. I'm ready for Scary Movie 6. Especially
He
with
said
the
he
whole
could be the
gang.
same side. Just say that Shorty was in prison.
Yeah, you definitely do that. I want that whole cast back.
So that was him talking to Entertainment Weekly and telling us about the return of his story, his Shorty character in Scary Movie 6. Is it strategic to only have Marlon talk and not Sean? And he's kind of the front man here. Why?
Who said this strategic?
That's the question I'm asking. Is it strategic
Oh,
to save it? And then it'll be special. Like, yo, we haven't seen Sean in so long. So when he does creep out of the hole he's been in, it will get attention. And he can advertise the movie.
maybe. I haven't seen Sean in a while. What is the last thing I even saw Sean in? I don't even know. No idea.
No.
But maybe. Where's Keenan? I haven't seen him in a while either.
Oh, I think he got his daily he had a sitcom. It got canceled. It was crazy.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's looks like a video from June 17th. He was on the Daily Mix.
Ah.
Yeah, he still looks good.
Not as good as Marlon Wayans though. Not as good as Marlon Wayans. Go Marlon, go Marlon.
Yeah. Yeah, so no, Sean still looks like he's actually active doing things. I just haven't seen him say anything about Scary Movie 6.
I saw Regina Hall.
Actually, he did. He did say something about it. It's on his Instagram.
Oh. What is it?
It's a picture of him and Marlon. He said, "We're back after 20 years. The Wayans brothers are finally going to give the fans what they've been asking for, a return to the Scary Movie franchise. We're looking forward to having fun on the big screen again." And he tagged Keenan as well. So
good.
Yeah,
I saw a nasty article
family
featuring Regina Hall, and the title of it said that Regina Hall wants it all. And I said, this is so frustrating and annoying. After decades as a comedy star, the actress turned serious for her breakout part in Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another. That's the big movie that the Warner Brothers studio is trying to get awards for, One Battle After Another. When Paul Thomas Anderson first approached Regina Hall about a role in his upcoming film, she thought he was going to ask for landscaping advice to her next-door neighbors in San Fernando Valley. And he'd wandered over during her backyard renovation. Hall, a longtime fan of the auteur, had been trying to get a meeting with Anderson for years, ever since Boogie Nights, then again after Magnolia. And my agent was like, "You're not going to have a general with Paul Thomas Anderson ever," she says, laughing. But there in her garden, Anderson told her he was going to send her a script. The film was One Battle After Another, Anderson's high-octane adaptation of Vineland's Thomas Pynchon's anarchic 1990 novel about a crew of former leftist revolutionaries, the French 75, living in a slightly more dystopian version of present-day America. Hall, 54, plays Deandra, a group leader who is tasked with protecting the teen daughter, played by Chase Infinity, and their ex-bomb maker, Leonardo DiCaprio, after an old enemy resurfaces. Hall jumped at the part. She represents the purest intentions of the French 75, she says. But if she's honest, she'd have jumped at anything Anderson offered her. I'm not going to lie. He could have said we're doing an adult film in Chatsworth, and I would have been like, sure. That's what we know her for. That picture there, Regina Hall with Keenan in 2000. Once the formal offer arrived, Paul realized she had no idea what the movie was going, how the movie was going to work. For one thing, it's Anderson's most commercially ambitious film yet, complete with car chases, explosions, and shootouts. For another, Deandra is a far more internal, emotionally restrained part than any of the wisecracking, quick-witted characters Hall is known best for. Originally from Washington, blah 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 blah. Keenan Wayne's in the 2000. During that moment, I realized how other people were reacting to me, she says, of her light bulb epiphany. Of course, she got her part in the Wayne's Scary Movie, launching a career that since included everything from prestige television and breakout studio hits to critically acclaimed indie work. On set of One Battle After Another, that's it, which they don't really talk about Scary Movie anymore. But that's the movie, One Battle After Another. And since she is on the poster, I think that makes her the lead, which makes me want to see this movie.
And it's about what?
It's about these leftist revolutionaries, the French 75. It's about a novel that they're adapting a novel.
Well, fun.
Well, it doesn't sound fun. It sounds like that awards crap, but I'll give it a look. I don't like the title. Regina Hall Wants It All. It makes you go, oh, here she comes again. Talk about the pay discrepancy and all that stuff. Doesn't it make you think that? If I ever do that again, where I had this screen on for the majority and I forgot to put us on this, just make sure that while I'm on that other screen, that we see this image, this like layout. Professor says she's still fine. Look up Marlon. Say cheese. Regina Hall is fine.
Say cheese. Oh, so I guess one of the lights, one of the shows that are one of the themes during the light show by the Marvel deal at Shanghai was Doctor Doom pulling out Thanos's spine and skull, and it's actually now that's cool. No, that's cool. That's cool.
And there's no rating, there's no film rating, TV rating for a light show. That's not being regulated.
Yeah, no, that's actually cool. So is this? Are they? I mean, I'd assume they were going to do that scene. I always assumed they were going to do that scene. But is this confirmation? That's cool. I like that. That's like, hey, y'all are going to see Thanos die again, but not by dust. It'll be interesting. I can't wait to see it. That particular comic panel come to life. And for those that haven't read the comics, those people that are only MCU fans that don't read comics, got into Marvel because of the movies, I can't wait for them to see that happen to Thanos. The theater reaction is going to be crazy.
Probably.
Yeah, theater reaction is going to be crazy with that one. I've read it and I'm still gonna be like, holy shit, he did the thing. Yeah.
The Hollywood Handle tells us first trailer for Super Mario Brothers 2 is imminent. Let's look out for that. A good trailer. What are the Easter eggs that will be there? What sound effects from video games will we hear?
I have heard there have been whispers in the little leaking community that at the end of this one, we're going to get our hint at Super Smash Bros.
Oh,
and
last time it was Mario Kart.
And I guess it's supposed to lead. There's supposed to be, I guess, hints of that even in the new Sonic movie.
Sonic?
Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Did I save that? Did I save that? Yeah, I think they were saying there's supposed to be hints of it, like even in the new Sonic movie, because they're supposed to be pulling all these guys together for the Super Smash Bros. It was funny. The picture they had laid out, it was the New York Avengers picture where they're all lined up, but you had like Mario, Metroid, and the rest of them.
Because there will be a crossover level of just Avengers proportions. Yeah. The Smash is a great idea.
I
But,
think so.
but what's also a great idea is having a Zelda movie do fine, and having Mario and Donkey Kong can spin off of that. It's also good just to have a steady multiple franchises, which will make it even more special when they all unite. So I hope plot isn't given to this idea, the Smash Brothers idea. Maybe the post credit scene, sure, let's have some fun, but make sure that this is a standalone good movie or a sequel movie that builds on the first Super Mario. When it's finally time to have the Smash Brothers movie, oh, let's
Okay,
earn it.
here it is. It started according to Insider Live Warrior and the Sonic 4. I don't know who Live Warrior is, so take that with a grain of salt. We will see for the first time a look at what would be Super Smash Bros. In cinema, since the story of Amy Rose will have multiverse plots. Apparently, both Paramount, along with other characters produced as much as Nintendo want to bet on the mega event. Apparently, the story would take place during the finale of Sonic 4, where Amy Rose leaves the dimensional rift open. I didn't watch Sonic 3, so or 2.
But that's what happened. So it's a chance. What's really hard though, it's not Universal, right? Because Paramount did Sonic, Warner Brothers is doing Mario. So it's not Universal, and you know how they've been stingy with the Hulk and everything. Paramount may just play ball with the Warner Brothers. They
I
played
would.
Ugly Sonic was part of the Chip and Dale movie. That was another studio.
I'd play ball with them because we're both going to make buku amounts of money if we do a Smash Bros. Film. If we just both put our prides, if they even have them, I don't know if you put our prides aside, egos, all that kind of stuff, come together, put these characters on screen together, we are going to make buku amounts of money to where this conversation is going to be so irrelevant. We're just going to be dancing in money. Yeah, they would make so much money to do a Smash Bros. Movie. You a Smash Bros. Movie in the same animation that you did that Warner or you did the Mario movie in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We all played Smash Bros. Like that would be so dope to see like Star Fox and everybody come in. Like that would be cool.
Well, Paramount Skydance prepares Ellison backed. Ellison, that's the name of the CEO, the head guy there now, right? I keep seeing it, Ellison. It prepares Ellison backed bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. So then there's not even going to be a need of like working together. Paramount was trying to own Warner Brothers Discovery. People have been saying David Zaslav has prepared Warner Brothers for being purchased, and Paramount Skydance are the ones to do it.
Yeah, and I see Network saying Sonic. Yeah, it will be a little different seeing Sonic with the Smash Bros. But I believe like in the early 90s, was he not originally, or late 90s or something? Was he not? I mean, two different companies though, Nintendo, Sega. I know he wasn't on the Smash Bros. I played.
No, he wasn't until the Brawl video game in maybe 08.
See, and I don't even think I played that. The original Smash Bros. I didn't have him on there.
But 08 is about when their Sega Dreamcast became dead, and Sega was just like, we will develop games. Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg will develop Jet Set Radio. Like Sega wasn't a console place anymore, so the competitiveness wasn't there. They were playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and they were part of each other's like they've been working together basically. I don't think Sonic and Mario are not gonna work together. They've been working together. We're good. F it, do Marvel vs. Capcom movie. I'd slap everyone. Well, then Capcom
Animated.
get a cinematic universe.
Do it animated.
Of course.
Do it animated, and I'm all for that. I'm all for the animated route with anything, though. So I used to not be that way. I used to be like, nah, I don't. Nah, Star Wars animated? No. Everything should be animated.
Literally everything can be animated. It's cheaper. It's better. It's more. Better. You can imagine more. You can.
Yes. You can do so much more. Yeah. All those people that are like, oh, I don't watch animations. You're missing out.
Animation, Great Game of Thrones would be sick. But yeah, for dragons, right?
No.
He's animated dragon fight. But the thing is, like, the dragons and isn't the point. House of Dragon, I like the intrigue and like the drama of all the actors and their deliveries. Can't do that in animation. You can't do the same thing.
I was going to say that may be one. Now that you're talking about that one, that may be one that has the exception of no live action, because they're doing an animated thing, and we'll see how that goes for them. But yeah, I like that universe more live action.
A lot of Japanese anime I don't think would work out in real life. Just it depends on what the plot is, though.
Mm-hmm.
That was our last one, huh? We touched on the merger. We did everything about Doom and Super Mario. So let's close it out with a tier ranking. And you said you wanted to do TV shows. What was it?
Yeah, we can do we did their movies last time. We can do their TV shows.
Marvel or DC?
DC or Marvel.
Marvel TV. Okay. Let's see what we got here. All of Marvel Media movies, one-shots, TV, non-MCU included. MCU series Disney Plus, updated Phase 4. I think this could be it. No, it's not updated. Or it's only updated for the 4th phase, like I just said. Let's go MCU series. I think I clicked on the same one. Every Marvel film. Marvel Comics. MCU series and movies. MCU series. I got one in Spanish. Oh my god, so many. Do I have to go to this one? Can I avoid it? It's got DC series like Watchmen. This is the wrong one. How come this website is so difficult? Like, this is the most difficult thing. All I want to do is I want to go on a website, tier ranking, MCU, and it still doesn't show up the way that you want.
I haven't used that. Well, I haven't personally gone on that site in a while. Let me see if I can find it. MCU Disney Plus shows. Marvel series from Disney Plus. Well, I think this is it. Hold on.
Got it?
Let me make sure.
Well, there's been, 13, 14 series? There shouldn't be that many.
I think this one might be it. I'll send it to you. Check that.
All Marvel series, 2021 to 2024. Well, it won't have everything, right? What would we be missing from 2025? Ironheart?
Ironheart. Eyes. Is that it?
Probably. And Wonder Man. Let's go. Let's do it though. We don't need Ironheart. It's fine.
Disney, yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to see if I can find a one with all the, well, not a tier list, but just make sure I'm not missing any shows. So Eyes of Wakanda, Ironheart. Is Daredevil Born Again on there? Miss Marvel, Agatha, Loki, Secret Invasion, Falcon Winter Soldier, Moon Knight, She-Hulk,
No Daredevil.
Echo, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, What If, WandaVision, Hawkeye, I Am Groot, X-Men 97.
I
That's
can't
it.
believe like we've maintained our audience. Like it didn't even dip. I would think people would be like, "Damn, these guys are taking forever to find it." They're just like ready for this tier list, and they're still here.
Those are the ones. Those are the only ones. So if it seems like this list is missing a few. It's missing Daredevil. It's missing Eyes of Wakanda. It's missing Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, X-Men 97.
That's how whack Marvel is. The fans aren't even updating these tier rankings.
Let me see. 2025 tier list. Let's see about that. Well, this one says create every Marvel show. How the fuck do you create one? This one is saying the same. Oh, wait. Wait, I think I found it. Ha. Okay. I'm gonna send this to you.
I found one too.
Oh, great. With
I found one, but had
everything?
movies. We have to ignore the movies, but I found it.
Well, that's fine. Let's just do that.
And ignore all the movies. All right, tier ranking. Let's eliminate this freaking ad below that says Adobe. Where's the X? Where do you see the X? I don't see the X. How do I eliminate the ad? I can't. All right. Hey, welcome to the tier ranking. I'm Chillmonger. This is Darius, and we're gonna look at the MCU and all of the MCU's TV shows. Ignore all the movies that are here. So, Shang-Chi, we're gonna ignore you. Ignore Ant-Man, ignore Avengers, ignore Black Panther. I think it's alphabetical order, okay? It's alphabetical order. B. The first TV show that we're gonna look at is WandaVision.
Oh, WandaVision. How much I adore you. I think WandaVision can't be anything but S.
You give it an S rank?
Of course. WandaVision.
Black and white beginning episodes. An S rank show, WandaVision.
WandaVision is the shit. It's one of their best pieces of work that they have given us out of all of their projects.
You just remember the time. You remember the theory. Who's the aerospace engineer? It's going to be Reed Richards. That's what you are fond of. That's what you like.
I have gone back and rewatched WandaVision so many times outside of the hype and theorizing. WandaVision is truly a masterpiece of theirs.
Well, I don't think it was. WandaVision was different. There we go. That I can use that. Tony, it's different.
Yeah, but with the context of, or not context, with the way that words are being used, he could be saying different in the way that you're saying it, or he could be saying different. I was in, oh shit, that's dope. That's different.
He can clarify. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You give that thing an S, an A, B, C, or D?
A D.
Ooh, that's harsh. Well, you know they did have to rewrite it. They chose to rewrite it because it was reflecting real life things like vaccines and things.
It was awful. It was awful. I give them the very first episode, which was great, especially the opening of that episode where you have Sam flying, chasing Backtrack in between, in and out of these helicopters in the sky. Fucking dope as shit. But from there, the show just got real stinky. And it was really, and when the Doors showed up, that was dope. Again,
Yeah.
Billy Melage have jurisdiction where the Billy Melage.
John Walker's character
was ass. I didn't like John Walker's character until Thunderbolts. He's my favorite character in Thunderbolts. I hated it. But I've never been quiet about my hate for Falcon Winter Soldier. I hated it when it aired. It's one I'll never go back and rewatch.
Okay, then we got two extremes. I hope that we can keep something like more level-headed with the Hawkeye TV show. Did you like it better than Falcon?
Yes, it was still a stinker, but I liked it better than Falcon Winter Soldier. That one episode, the third episode, where the camera view was doing some crazy ass camera work in the car, and I think he was blind or something at the time, and he was asking Kate to shoot for him, and she was shooting all the different era. That was some dope shit.
The Pimtech arrow.
But then it took a very big stinky turn.
So do we give it a C? Do we give it a D?
I would give it a B. Or I'm sorry. I'd give it a C.
You give that Hawkeye a C grade for Hawkeye. Haley Steinfeld, her acting, her like first thing I think I've seen her act in Bumblebee actually, but Haley Steinfeld did her thing. The Tracksuit Mafia, bro. Dwayne said he wanted it in B.
Nah, it wasn't no B.
They got Russo brothers' child to be one of the daughters of Hawkeye. I didn't watch it either. Looked corny. I've only seen Falcon Winter Soldier once, but it could have been much better. But it could have been much been. Okay. After Hawkeye, the next show was, I think it was Moon Knight, right?
I don't know.
Feels like it was. Moon Knight came out, and that would be here. Now, the Moon Knight show, Oscar Isaac is a great actor, and I was kind of interested in a brand new hero, right? We haven't seen him. We've seen Hawkeye. We've seen Falcon Winter Soldier. We've seen Wanda and everyone in that show. Not Moon Knight. So, how did it debut?
I think I wanted Moon Knight, like a lot of us, we wanted Moon Knight to be so good. We were coming off the heels of, I believe, Loki, right? Or
it is Loki, not Moon Knight. Loki happened in there, somewhere in there.
Yeah, Loki was second.
Loki should be the next thing.
No, Loki was the second thing, and Loki is S tier.
Loki was after Falcon.
Was it after Falcon or before?
Probably after.
Yeah, Loki was S tier. Loki was a great show. I can't even really think of a episode besides maybe that one where you, the one after you actually find Sylvie and then they get stuck because they missed the train or whatever, missed the ship or whatever. It's probably the only episode that really was the slowest episode, but Loki had some really good episodes, some really good intrigue around it, really good conversation and theories around it. Tom Hiddleston was great. The connections to the Infinity Saga, the opening of that whole season where you start with, them capturing him in New York. Just great. Great show. It introduced us to Eliath, the Void, Kang. It's great.
That's an S-rank show. Back to the Moon Knight opinion. The Moon Knight show, you're sounding like you were just in the middle with this.
Yeah, Moon Knight. It wasn't maybe it was. Maybe that was their definition of hyperviolence that they were promising and trying to give. Moon Knight was just really not great. Yeah, it really was not great.
Worse than Falcon?
No, not worse than Falcon.
Hawkeye level?
Yeah, maybe Hawkeye level.
And where has he been? It's been 3 years. I want to see that character again one time, please. Thank you.
Somebody reshared the post-credit scene. I still like that post-credit scene where he comes through and, it's like
Jake Mark Spector driving.
Yes. Yeah, Mark Spector driving. Yeah, I like
that. Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, bubbly actress. We know that she plays the character, but this isn't about just the character. This is about the show. Where do you rank the 6 episodes of Ms. Marvel?
Man. Ms. Marvel.
How did the powers come off?
Not that great. Ms. Marvel. Where did I like Ms. Marvel?
Had a full nuclear family.
It was probably the better of the ones that started to decline. So of the ones that we've got down there, I can't put it in any of those categories because it was better than those. So I'd have to put it in a B. It ain't A. It ain't A.
Well, that's what the chat has been saying. They're saying it's a B.
No.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that one's got to be a B.
The family stuff is great in Ms. Marvel. That's what I was thinking of. Like, everyone seems to love that. Even the friendship groups that they had and how they depicted that. One of my favorite Disney Plus shows because, like, they all other ones all sucked, but they used like things on the screen also pop it up when there was a text message. It was fun. It was almost as fun as Tatiana Maslany when she played Jennifer Walters, the She-Hulk character. So she is in a car wreck. Bruce Banner, blood gets into her. It's not something she chose, or it's not to save her life. They changed it from comic books. But yeah, the blood thing was still intact. She gets powers. She can control her anger much better. And for 9 episodes, short episodes, we see a like trial of the week. Remember, there was that one guy who was a mutant who could jump off of buildings, and we will never hear about him again, or mutants.
Mr. Immortal.
Jeez, that was it. She-Hulk.
Yeah, I just rewatched She-Hulk last week. It's the first time I've seen it since it aired.
You wouldn't rewatch it if you didn't like it.
Oh, I didn't like it the first time around. Actually, you know, I really wasn't one of those people that said I didn't dislike She-Hulk. It really turned into once we, and it was the same feeling this time around on the watch too. Once we get to like the episode where she goes to the wedding and then it starts getting like, and then when she goes to the ranch with Abomination, that's when it really starts plummeting, especially that finale. My Lord, I hadn't seen that finale since I watched the original time, and oh my gosh, it's so bad. However, She-Hulk herself is not a bad character. I like Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk. I like She-Hulk as a character in general. I'm ready to see what the Russos do with her in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Or Secret Wars if she's not in Doomsday. But it would be a C. You have it in the right place, I think. I don't know. Is it a D? I don't think it's a D.
Hey, chat. C for She-Hulk or D? We need your help. They're going to say D.
Yeah, they're going to say D.
Assassin.
Yeah, they're gonna say D. Well, you got Tommy saying C, or Tony saying C. Maybe they said F.
F. I see a combinations of D's and F's and C's.
Hey. No F's.
So you want to keep it at C or you want to bring it down?
I still think it's a C. I don't know. How many D's are there?
So give a C for Madison with 2 N's. Wong, as he was watching Sopranos. It's a C. The C's have it. Did you just say she wasn't sexual enough for me? I don't know. I'm like, it's weird. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into it. Thor, Spider-Man, Thor, Avengers. What's the next TV show? It wasn't Ironheart. Ironheart was the last one. Maybe it might have been Echo. Was Echo the very next one, or was it Secret Invasion?
I forgot about Echo.
Well, let's give it a chance before I forget about it again. The Echo TV show Was this S rank? Did you like how they included some of the Daredevil scenes from She-Hulk and Kingpin, and they were like, let's build on it and build on Hawkeye? Or is it A rank only? How well did you like Echo? You could stream all episodes at once.
Echo's got to go. Echo was one of the worst shows they did. One of the best fucking trailers they gave, though. Those trailers for Echo were so good. Because I remember saying I have no interest in Echo whatsoever. But then when they showed those trailers, I was like, hold on. Did they figure this shit out? Is this actually going to be good? But no, it was another one that wasn't good. Again, when you get to that finale, it's the same thing. The show's 4 episodes were terrible, but that finale was extra terrible. Where she reached out to all of her, I don't know, ancestors, and they helped her beat up Kingpin. I don't remember.
That's how it happened?
Something like that. I don't know. Some type of power where she like reached out through, I don't know.
This was the era I stopped watching, so I don't know either.
And then there was the whole thing with like the glasses where Kingpin, she could see. I don't know. I don't remember. I know I didn't like this show.
Did you like the rollouts?
No. Even Daredevil showing up was meh.
He shows up, huh?
He did show up. Daredevil did show up. Kingpin, they made him really big, which I liked. I did like how big he was. They did not, however, do that. And I think Kingpin had like a fight with different show. Sorry. Wait, was Kingpin in Hawkeye?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, he was really big in Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really big in Hawkeye. It wasn't Daredevil or Echo. He was in Echo though, but he wasn't really big. In Echo, he got his face shot. So Echo was D. To be honest, that's the one you could put an F.
F. Honorary F. It would just ruin my screen if I created an F branch. I don't want to. Look how beautiful and neat this all is. F. The chat agrees it's an F. After Echo might have been Secret Invasion. So let's go find Secret Invasion and give that not Agatha, not Loki season 2, Secret Invasion. How did you feel about Secret Invasion?
It's another one I forget exists.
We could watch you react live every week.
Yeah, it's another one that I forget exists. It was a terrible show with no ramifications, no consequences, no nothing.
I saw CIA's Everett Ross show up in the beginning, and I thought, oh, it's going to be Wakanda related. No, not at all, bro.
No, there was nothing of this show that had any consequence. We've not even heard anything about nothing about the Skrulls still impersonating, hundreds of politicians and things like that, being corrupt. Like none of that. Like even in Brave New World, I mean, you could have even done something with the Skrulls then. We were around the White House. I don't know how fucking much. Could have been a political person there, some type of influence there. Could have even been,
In between episodes, no one was crafting theories.
Hell no.
But this was who's really who. We're supposed to be thinking who's a Skrull the whole time. Never had that.
No, not once. But this was another one where the trailers were great. Those trailers were good. I was ready, because it was the serious tone of it. Then you had like Samuel Jackson finally getting to lead something in the MCU, which we thought was going to be great. The light-skinned brother that was playing the lead Skrull. That scene where he multiplied himself, or not multiplied himself, but they were all like, they all turned into him in that cafeteria. That was such like the trailer pieces for it all were great. It was the lead, like when we all sat down to watch it all, it was terrible. And I'm still confused. So has Rhodey been a Skrull since Civil War? That was never answered. Was it answered? Maybe I didn't care anymore.
Never answered. No. It's unknown. And I also don't care to answer. They don't even, you may have made a fuss over it. Oh, how long was he actually there? And they're just not, it's not even coming to the round table or whiteboard. They don't care to
No.
say whether or not Rhodey was the Skrull or not. They don't care to give him armor wars. But he was in the show, and he was in this, and he was in Falcon Winter Soldier for a little bit, wasn't he? I think he was in episode 1 of Falcon. And shout out to Kingsley Ben-Adir, whose name I forgot, so I had to Google who played Bob Marley. Kingsley Ben-Adir. Where is he gonna show up in Marvel again? Where is Khaleesi, Emilia Clarke? When is she gonna be there? Because she had the power of all these superheroes. We might need her in Secret Wars, but this was a consequenceless show.
No, she doesn't need to be there.
Well, she can do everything, so she needs to be there for that. What do you mean she doesn't need to be there? Why did you say that? You didn't like the character? That's why?
Emilia Clarke's character?
Yeah.
No.
She doesn't need to
Gaia?
Be there. Gaia, her.
No, Gaia does not need to be where? In Secret Wars?
In anything when the world is at stake. Oh, we got this one girl. Her hand can turn into Drax. She can fly like Captain Marvel, and she's got the Hulk.
No thanks.
Regeneration. You need. It's not a matter of thanks or choice or anything. If she's that strong, she needs to play a part. Or we need to also have an answer of, well, where was Gaia the whole time?
Well, why hasn't Secret Invasion been mentioned since Secret Invasion? They've clearly wanted to forget about it, so I'm on board with them. Let's forget about it. I don't think any of those characters need to resurface. It's one, by the time we get to after Secret Wars, no one gives a fuck about Gaia now. No one's going to really give a fuck about Gaia after Secret Wars. You're telling me, so we want to pick up with Secret Invasion after Secret Wars. Now we're focused on the Skrulls. We forgot they were here. Dr. Doom just did what he did, but hey, Skrulls are here now. We're going to focus on that. No, the time to focus on the Skrulls, you've lost that. I mean,
okay.
No, I don't think Gaia needs to return.
So
her final battle was not climactic either. And the superpowers she had, brother, she was Drax. Okay, she had Drax's power. I don't. Did she have the Hulk?
I thought it was. Maybe it wasn't.
She might have had the Hulk because I think
she had everybody else.
Yeah, I don't think she had a lot of people though. She wasn't like, she wasn't doing super Skrull ass shit. As a matter of fact, I got to see that little fight again. I haven't seen that fight since fucking it aired. Okay. And I think I skipped through it.
Moving on to the second season of Loki, though. I don't want to see this fight. Please don't pull it up.
I'm pulling it up for myself, not for you. And I'm looking at it on my own screen, so you can keep doing that.
Okay. The next question is Loki. We had He Who Remains close out the first season of Loki with a great scene. Jonathan Majors did great. And then he plays Victor Timely in the next season. 6 episodes also. They don't really do much. There's time loops and there's like, oh, I got to figure out how to fix it. By the time we get to the end of it, Loki sits atop the sacred timeline and he's sort of like the master of time. We accomplished something. Took us 6 episodes to do it, but it wasn't a useless show. I think they took too long. I didn't like it, but it's not about me. Who cares about me? Darius, Loki season 2.
Oh, I didn't like it. I did not like Loki season 2. Marvel didn't like Loki season 2. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was a major step down from the first season. And maybe that was because of the major stuff. I don't know. I don't know. But it was a major step down.
So if I look at the C tier, was it better than Hawkeye or Moon Knight, She-Hulk, or Secret Invasion?
It's definitely better than this shit. I would put it in that same row, but at the head of all of those.
All right. It's a C level show. Unfortunate. But Michael Waldron did write that. So, Avengers, Hulk, Thor, Agatha. It was Agatha all along. The Coven of Darkness. They had 5 different names for this show. But Agatha, did you like the show?
Yes,
So, is it a S, A, or a B?
I would say it's a B. It's a good show. Good show. Better than I thought it was going to be. Um, yeah, better than I thought it was going to be. And I really like Catherine Hahn as Agatha. I adored Joe Locke as Wiccan. So, and I'm a big Maximoff family lover. So anything with them, I'm in.
Who else had a good performance here? That could like.
Literally everyone.
Do you think that some of these performances were so good that the actors will appear in future projects? I think Joe Locke. I mean, not Joe Locke. What's his name? Wanda. Billy Maximoff. I feel like he'll return. I think there's a good chance Catherine Hall. What is her name? She'll
Catherine
return.
Hahn will return. I think that Jennifer Kale will return possibly because we saw her get her powers back at the end where she flew away, so she could possibly return. I mean, in Marvel, she is a part of the Midnight Suns at some point, so I mean, it is the MCU. They're gonna do their version of the Midnight Sun. So
Yeah.
even though she's not, anyway, she could return somewhere there.
Something in Strange Academy, maybe.
Yeah, that fight was awful. She could. Who else could? What's her name from that '70s show? She was great, Mrs. Hart. She was great in it. And then the woman, I forget her name, the one that's always like "fuck Donald Trump." She has no problem saying it. They just recently asked her again, and she was like, "You know what? Fuck that motherfucker." Whatever she's from American Horror Stories. I forget her name. She was great in it too, though.
Sashir Zamata.
No,
Aubrey Plaza.
not Aubrey Plaza. She's got like redhead, maybe brownish reddish hair.
Don't know.
But yeah, Agatha was great. I liked Agatha a lot. I like the Witch's Row never being a real thing. The whole twist behind that. It's Patty Lupone.
Patty Lupone. Ralph Boner returned in Agatha.
He did. Yeah. Great show. I liked it. It was one of their better ones. Almost a year ago now. Crazy.
Mike said she had Cap's The Black Order's Ghost Groots, Hulk's Abomination, and The Extremis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just watched it.
Here's the complete list. Ghost, Captain America, Corvus Glaive, Thanos, Outriders, Proxima Midnight, Captain Marvel, Abomination. Wasn't the Hulk, it was Abomination. Mantis, Cull Obsidian, Black Panther, Drax, Korg, Ebony Maw, Frost Beast, Hulk, Chitauri, Valkyrie, Thor, Odinson, Gamora, everybody was in it.
Yeah.
Next show.
It was still bad.
After Agatha All Along, we did take some time off, and I think that is when we get to Ironheart, and that would be the last one. Ironheart ranks where on your tier list?
Ironheart. You mean Ironheart's the last one? Can't be. 97's not on there. Friendly Neighborhood's not on there. Daredevil. But Ironheart, I'd give Ironheart. Where would I put Ironheart? I think I would put Ironheart probably in that C category as well. A lot of C's here.
Lots of C's. So we can't really say Marvel's been garbage. It's just been at a mildly satisfactory C level.
Yeah. The shit's been pretty, like the outcomes have been pretty garbage. The conclusions, the finales.
Ironheart, Riri Williams, make you want to see her again in a second season? You say you think the show should continue in a different capacity in Armor
Oh,
Wars?
no.
Where do you want to see a Riri again?
I don't really care if I do or not see Riri again. As I stated before the show started, I was never rooting against Dominique Thorne or her show. I'm rooting for everything black. I'm Issa Rae. However, you are expecting me and the rest of the audience to care about a character that you introduced as a MacGuffin in a 2022 film, and her story picked up again this year with 4 episodes, or 6 episodes, with a 6 or 4, I don't know. 6 episodes that you didn't care to promote until 5 minutes before the show started. So I don't care to see her again.
And I don't see What If here. I think they just kept things MCU. Daredevil is the last show that I see, and I'll do another once over. But here we go. Daredevil, Born Again, continuing using the canon from the Netflix show. A, B, C, or D? Did you watch each episode?
No, I didn't finish it, so I'd give it a D.
That makes a lot of sense. I would ask you to expand, but like you didn't see it. So what did you see? Did you like the White Tiger? Like from what you saw?
think I went up to the final 2 episodes.
Mm.
The last episode, maybe, I don't know. The last episode I saw was Muse died, and I wasn't interested after that. Or it may have been the episode, whatever episode Kingpin killed, or I guess killed the guy in the basement he had. Maybe that was it. I didn't like this show. They didn't do a good job on this. There was another thing where the advertisement and the trailers were so much better than the show itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. But they're already like, oh yeah, season 2 is done and we're ready. And are you? I don't know.
Yeah. Looking over Shang-Chi, Ant-Man, Avengers, Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain America, or Brave New World. Captain America, Captain Marvel.
97's not on there. I'd put 97 in the A tier. I wouldn't put it in S, but I'd put it in A tier. And it's really hard for me not to put it in S because 97 is a great show. The dialogue is phenomenal. The action is great. It's a great show. Like I said, I just rewatched it too last week, and whoa, man, jeez, that shit is good. I can't put it in S because of the treatment of the black characters. That's why I can't do it. And no matter how many times I watch 97, and I've seen it quite a few times because I love that show. And I'm so ready for more X-Men. Like I'm ready. I'm so curious to see what they're doing with season 2. No way is it going to be what the fuck that shit is. But I'm ready to see what season 2 is going to be. But I'm ready for the X-Men too. And every time I watch Storm get hit by that neutralizer, I'm like, damn it, I was having a good time. And then she gets shot by the neutralizer, and then she spends, the next 3 to 4 episodes in the desert, where the Twitter was, during that time of 97, Twitter was on my fucking nerves with her and Forge. But shipping her, her and Forge all in their little brief ship that they have and all this kind of stuff. And the demon is funny. I said that then. I said that when the show aired the first time. I say it every time I watch 97. That demon is fucking funny. The shit it says to Storm while it's twisting its head and shit is funny as fuck. So I think that 97's A tier, just not S tier because of the treatment of black characters from a black man.
And then we got 3 seasons of What If. Which was your favorite of the seasons?
The season of it being on the drawing board where it was just a thought at first.
Then we understand that's a D level, F level, terrible show. Okay. Well, they gave us a holiday special for Guardians of the Galaxy, and James Gunn was behind that one.
I've never seen it. I have never seen it.
Well, that's odd to me that you would never see that.
I have never seen it, and I think the reason I didn't watch it was because
you're like, I'll wait for Christmas, and then Christmas passed.
Was it that, or was it more? Yeah, I think that was maybe I was trying to wait for Christmas. And then I just stopped caring because people were like, you don't have to watch it. I was like, oh, if I don't have to, then.
Okay, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, 10 episodes.
I'd give it an A personally. You didn't watch it, but I did. Great show. Man, that's good. It's a good Spider-Man show. If you guys like Spider-Man, I can constantly seeing this show's praises. They did a good job on the show. They really did. It's good. It's action-packed. It's violent. If you're looking for that stuff, I mean, Peter actually goes through, and it's not like, he's, oh, Mr. Stark, please, I need your help. Oh, no, it's just, I mean, granted, Mr. Stark is replaced with Mr. Osborn, but it's still really good. It's still really good. I mean, he gets his ass beat by Scorpion. Scorpion is the main antagonist of it as of right now, but Tombstone is becoming Tombstone. Iron Man shows up. Doctor Strange has shown up. Venom has shown up. Captain America has shown up. It's a very put together universe. I mean, he's aware of the Avengers. He's aware of all these people. He's aware of, Osborn is aware of the Avengers and Tony Stark. But he is just simply your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's not in the mix of all that. But these characters do show up, and it's fun. It's fun.
Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night was great. Oh yeah, Doc Ock too. Doc Ock is one of the main villains in it. He has a rivalry with Osborn. It's really cool. Like it a lot. But Werewolf by Night, I think it's good. I think Werewolf by Night was really good. I liked the black and white. My favorite scene in Werewolf by Night is when he is transforming. And it's that classic horror vibe that they have to it, where they have the camera on Elsa Bloodstone, and she's like curled up against the bars, and you can see as the camera's flashing, the lights and stuff, you see him getting bigger and bigger, turning into the werewolf, and the screen is slowly, or each time zooming in on Elsa's face. I loved that because it was that old school horror vibe. The black and white was dope. We didn't get to see much of him in it because reportedly the suit was very uncomfortable when they were making it. So it's a practical suit. The whole thing's practical. So
you think we see any of the werewolf characters in Secret Wars?
No. I think if they ever do Midnight Suns or anything like that, that's the next place we'd see any of those characters.
And that will be, is that all? There had to have been something else. Wakanda, Eyes of Wakanda, the storyboard artist Todd Harris gets a promotion. You get to do 4 episodes of your own show. You've had a month. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it. No, I haven't seen Eyes of Wakanda. I have no idea what Eyes of Wakanda is even about. Still to this day, I still don't know.
Yeah, it's like a historic look back at people who were Wakandans. Some old Black Panthers, and they'll like jump ahead 100 years, and then they'll jump ahead another 50 years, and yeah, Eyes of Wakanda. That would be all of the Marvel Disney Plus shows. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Tier ranking.
Yeah. The tier ranking of the Marvel Plus shows. Hopefully they get better. What's coming next? It's Zombies, Wonder Man, Vision Quest.
Oh my god.
And I think that's it.
You're not late, John. You're at the best part where we're stopped talking about Marvel's terrible shows. That's what's next. Wonder Man, Vision Quest. Well, the thing about Vision Quest is I actually may see Vision appear in another show or movie again.
Vision Quest is going to be, I think, like I said, I'm obsessed with the Maximoff family, so I think that Vision Quest is going to be great. We already know Tommy, the actor, I can't pronounce his name. Him and Joe Locke have been. I don't know if they should be doing that, or if there's maybe. I mean, I guess you can. It really doesn't matter. They're posting so many pictures together. It's just like they're hanging out and all this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, okay, so that's the twin brother. And they actually do look similar. Like they both got, Joe's ears are kind of hard to match, but they've got some. He's got some ears on him too. So they look similar. They actually look like they could be brothers. I'm ready to see him in the Speed suit because Billy's got his. So I'm ready to see him in the Speed suit and see the family actually brought back together. How are they going to? What's their version of Children's Crusade going to look like? Because the rumors have always been it's going to be a small adaptation. Like it's going to be a story within the story that's going on in Secret Wars or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if any of that shit with Wanda and Doom is still on the table for Doomsday.
You know what they really want you to forget about Vision Quest and Paul Bettany? They really, really don't want you to know about is that Johnny Depp was being asked about who he testified about who he took drugs with, and one of the people he took drugs with was Paul Bettany during a cross-examination.
So I stayed because, of course, I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to hurt anyone.
Oh, this is a 4-minute video. I'm not going to find it.
Especially Miss Hurt.
The moment he says it.
So a constant.
I don't want to waste your guys' time, but he mentioned Paul Bettany.
Yeah, but what does that do? What does that have to do with Vision Quest?
Yeah, the lead actor's doing drugs with Johnny Depp, and it's just a bad look. They want you to forget
the lead actor is or was doing drugs. Let's not spread things that aren't true about Paul Bettany if it's not true. It's not like he's snorting lines with Johnny now.
I don't know that he stopped. I don't know anything. I don't know a damn thing. Can't speak to what happened yesterday or when's the last time they even met up. What exactly is the context and point?
Right, that's what I didn't understand. I still don't understand the context and point. I am doing them now to besmirch Paul.
I don't want to waste 4 minutes filing through that clip and finding the exact moment, but it happened.
Yeah, I'm not doubting it happened. I just don't know the correlation with Vision Quest.
Yeah. Bad look amounts to nothing unless Tron Ares gets pulled from release. How much did Flash make? That's what I want to remember. Because they did not. They made 271. And that budget was high too. That budget was a huge budget. Marketing costs probably were low because they knew what they were in for. But yeah, a Flash movie made only 271. Tron is probably looking at 271 also. What did Snow White do with their little mishaps? Huge movie, big audience, but it only gets 205. Because they couldn't have their actors do the media. The Marvels happened during a strike. Couldn't have their actors promote 206. So there seems to be a pattern there. Tron Ares has problems with Jared Leto. Cult problems. Goofy taking questions before getting on Marine One. 4 seconds in rhetoric. I don't understand. Do you get it?
Mm-mm.
It is what it is. Taking drugs recreationally isn't even horrible per se. If uninvolved people are harmed or job capability is compromised, then it's a discussion. Until then, let it fly, live and let live.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think all drugs are equal, but I just hope that he's okay and he's not friends with Johnny Depp anymore.
How do you know Johnny still does drugs? Even if he does do drugs, who the fuck cares? Like, how does that affect us? Johnny snorting crack has no bearing on my life at all. Him doing Molly, I could give a shit. If he wants to smoke and toke every day, that has nothing to do with me. That's Johnny Depp's life. And if Paul Bettany wants to join him and bring in the coke, that's on them. I don't care. Like, bro, live your life. That's great. Just continue making Pirates movies. I don't care.
Do you recognize that even though you have a liberal stance on this and it's not going to affect you, that there is a portion of moviegoers who don't want, or will that could maybe be the difference between a movie ticket purchase and a non-purchase?
I find that weird. That's fine.
No,
that
you find it weird, but do you think
That's
that
yeah,
it
that
exists?
yeah, sure. I know it exists. I find that extremely weird, but I'm sure it exists. I will never understand people that have an issue with things that don't directly affect their personal lives. I will never understand it. It has what my neighbor's doing right now. Let me tell you how many shits I could give. I don't care, bro. It doesn't affect my life. So if Johnny wants to toke it up or do whatever other fucking drugs, that's Johnny. That's on Johnny. It's so weird to me that people that are like, oh man, he did coke. I am not going to see his movie. Okay, he's still going to be richer than you doing coke out of someone else's asshole. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like people are weird. People are strange. But I mean, I get it. You have your views, and if that morally crosses a line for you, who am I to shit on your morals? You're muted.
I said we thank you for joining us on another afternoon. Next time we'll see you is when Marcus joins us. We'll talk about some more conversations.
Wait, hold on. What is this one? Hold on. I just realized you're streaming. I saw your post and thought you were referring to it. I didn't realize you were streaming and had talked about it with empathy. That's on me. I'm a dad, same age with a son, similar age. This hit me hard. I saw your post and reacted emotionally. I know you. I shouldn't have assumed anything. So I apologize for that. I've never been angry at you or your views, but I liked having discussions with you. I responded to some of your posts because I felt, you endorsed violence, but I always listen to your response. Well, as I've said many times, and and now that this is not through a text form or anything like that, I can say it thoroughly without there being any misconceptions on what I've said, anything like that. As I've said, and I stated at the beginning of this, in the beginning of the stream, I'm going to say it again. In no way, shape, or form I cannot speak for everyone, but in no way, shape, or form am I celebrating, or did I allow anyone yesterday in our chat when people tried to celebrate Charlie Kirk's death. I'm not going to celebrate the man's death. Do I feel for his children? Absolutely. They have to grow up without a father. But my sympathy stops there. I do not have empathy for Charlie Kirk. I don't. And the reason I do not, and you can take that how you want to take it. If that makes me the monster, I will ride in that box. I do not have empathy for Charlie Kirk. The reason I do not have empathy for Charlie Kirk is because the myriad of things that Charlie Kirk has said against the Black community. And I do mean the myriad of things he has said against the Black community. I'm not going to compromise on my race. I'm not going to compromise on things said about my community. I'm not going to take a step back and say, oh, well, you know what? Because a difference of opinion and bigotry are not the same. We can have a difference of opinion, but you're not going to insult my intelligence. I'm not saying you specifically. I'm speaking in general. You're not going to insult my intelligence by telling me, oh, I'm taking something out of context that he said that I took as bigotry. So either you can see the plight of other people or you do not. Now, for those of you like yourself, you have a mixed child. And it's baffling to me that I see friends of mine with either mixed children or in biracial relationships, or whether they have Black nieces, Black nephews, uncles, whatever, and you still stand by an administration that has outright shown you that they don't give a good goddamn about Black or brown people. when we're making jokes about throwing brown people into alligator Alcatraz because they are immigrants or tearing immigrant families apart. It's funny that we have all this empathy for Charlie Kirk's family, but we don't have that same empathy for these families that have been torn apart. We don't have that same empathy for the senator's family from Minnesota. No one was talking about empathy then. Charlie Kirk himself, from his own words, has said he doesn't even believe in the word empathy. So I find it strange when people with black and brown children, shut up, black or brown children or in biracial relationships or nieces or nephews continue to stand by an administration that has said that they want to do away with how bad slavery was within the Smithsonian Museum. When the president just stood up on whatever podium it was the other day and said that, and I'm not saying this verbatim, that 10 years, 20 years, 2 years, they're still going to be criminals. It's in their DNA about black and brown children, to where you had the mayor of that state stand up and address the black and brown children and say, don't listen to the words that the president said about you. So when you have an interracial black relationship or black children or nieces or nephews or brown or whatever, what do you guys say to them while you steady support someone that has that doesn't even look at them as really human? I'm curious where that comes in at. So no, I don't have empathy for Charlie Kirk, and I want to make that clear. So if that checks me as a monster, I'm fine with that. Because if the shoe was on the other foot or the table was turned, and it has been, let's take George Floyd, for example, the comments he's made about George Floyd, the comments he's made about Black Lives Matter, the comments he's made about Joy Reid, the comments he's made about Michelle Obama, the comments he's made about Sheila Lee Jackson, the comments he's made about black pilots, the comments he's made about black women. When you play in violence, it eventually finds its way to you. He has weaponized his speech with hate up from top to bottom. I feel sorry for his children. I pray that God wraps his loving hands around his family, and I pray that they can get through this incredibly horrific time that should have never even happened to this man for expressing his opinion. But I also do not, and I am not going to sit and not condemn him for the things that he has said. I'm not going to praise him either. I'm not going to sit here and make him a martyr. So if that rubbed anybody the wrong way, or you feel as if, oh, Darius is a monster, or that just does not fit, as I've said a long time ago, we are not speaking politically any longer. I don't care if you voted Republican. I don't care if you're independent. I don't really give a fuck what party you identify with. We are speaking morals now. Your morals. We're talking about morals. And if your morals don't align with my morals, I cannot continue in conversation with you. I cannot continue. And I'm speaking in general, I'm not speaking at you, Kellen. I'm speaking in general. But if you feel as if this bullet has hit you, they say a hit dog will holler. Lace that boot up and wear it. So you can feel how you want to feel or whatever, but our morals, I'm not compromising my morals with you or any of you. People watching that know me personally or don't know me or only know me from streams, I'm not compromising my morals with you. If I lose subscribers over that, I'm fine with that. If you don't watch another stream because of that, I'm fine with that. Politically, you can have a mind and I can disagree with you and we can still be friends and colleagues or whatever the fuck. Morally, I'm not crossing that line with you. I hope that has made my stance very clear.
Yeah, man. My stance is harsher. No one should die for giving an opinion.
I can't. Now, that's one thing. That's one.
Depends what the opinion is.
Yeah, I mean,
it depends how consistent you are with that opinion and what were the causes of the opinion.
At the same time, though, you know, here's how I put it yesterday, and everybody can take this how they want to take it too. Charlie Kirk going from campus to campus, spewing hatred and hate speech and things like that. Could that lead to weaponizing, and could that make people feel emboldened enough to want to? Well, Charlie Kirk says that this person, could that make them feel some type of way and attack another person? Of course it could. Yeah, of course it could. But him going from campus to campus and doing what is the American right, and that is freedom of speech. I can't condemn him for that.
I'm not condemning him for going campus to campus.
But I also can't celebrate his death for that.
All right.
Him giving his opinion, that'd be like me going around campus to campus and giving my opinion and being shot.
It really does depend what the opinion is.
Not to be shot over his opinion, though.
Well, when it's white supremacy, I really don't think of it as, well, that's an opinion. You know, opinions are opinions.
I'm not saying that his white supremacy opinion is like, oh, okay, well, I'm saying white
supremacy is worth being killed over, is what I'm saying.
And I mean, I can agree to that. I'm not going to sit and say I disagree with that, but I don't know that I can say that this man deserved to die. I don't know that I can say that. Actually, it's not that I don't know that I can say that. I can't say that this man deserved to die.
Sorry,
he had some batshit crazy. He has some batshit crazy ass opinions, but
okay. Well, the opinion there, or the excuse that, oh, this guy's going supremacy, so let's call it black supremacy. So he deserves to die over that. Of course, someone could easily use that in reverse. Of course, they could use it. They'd be wrong to use it. Anyone can use that excuse to justify, to just aimlessly kill. Yes, they could. And they probably will. And it's probably already being done.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna sit and say, again, the things that are being said about the black community, I still don't think were enough to because he wasn't calling for the death of anybody. He might again said some crazy shit about Sheila Lee Jackson, the rest of them, but.
And I think Kellen is watching in the beginning of the stream and not watching us right now, because some of the things he's saying and the time that he's posting these things is like in response to.
What was the last thing? I didn't read it. What did it say?
He said that DEI offered more points to black and other minorities in the FAA. That's what he referred to. He didn't claim that. I hear fly black people are less qualified. He said that you could be less qualified and still get the job because you got certain social points. So that was because earlier in the stream you were bringing that up. So he's in a lag right now.
Okay. Charlie Kirk said on Juneteenth. Hold on. Let's hear it from Charlie himself. Let's hear it from Charlie, because that's the problem I have right there. It's the justification of it, trying to justify what he said, trying to make it as if, oh no, you guys are just taking it out of context. So again, you're insulting my intelligence while I'm questioning yours. Because what do you mean I'm taking it out of context? I'm not taking it out of context. He said it for himself. But again, let's hear it from Charlie Kirk.
Okay, everybody. A lot of people are going to be saying Happy Juneteenth. It should not be a federal holiday, and I'm on my way to work. Have a good day.
There are different types of microaggression. There's micro assaults. Those can be like explicit but subtle actions.
Let's get to the part where he said here. This one here.
Insults.
About 2/3 of all black youth will be raised without a stable father around. And I know it's crazy, right?
Micro invalidations.
Say what? Say the word.
The N-word. I'm not going to say it on this public platform, but people say it to me all the time.
It derogatorily.
Yes.
No, I think you're lying.
Dismissals of the other, and it often.
So it's these are just some of the things he said there, like dismissing the black experience, trying to tell a black person that they're lying, that they don't experience racism on a day-to-day basis just because you live in some white utopian society where you don't experience racism, where you have privilege. So again, when you now I am. You have a black child. I want you to understand this. You have a black. So I want you to fast forward, and I want you to catch up, and I want you to heed what I'm telling you. You have a black child. You are raising that black child as a white man with a black wife who thinks MAGA like you. What I would do if I were you, it would behoove you to raise that black child to understand what it means to be black in America. Because the way that you're thinking that he's taking things that we are taking things that Charlie Kirk is saying out of context. If you raise your black child to think that things are being taken out of context when he is experiencing real bigotry and racism, then God bless his walk as a black person in America. You're not raising him properly then. If you think that we're taking what Charlie Kirk has said out of context, and I feel so sorry for your black child that has to walk through life and comes to you and tells you they've experienced bigotry, and you say, oh no, son, you've taken it out of context. That's crazy. To discount the experiences that we're experiencing is crazy. That's why we're different. That's why it's not political anymore. That's why it's about morals. You're not going to discount my experience as a black man in America or the things that are being hurled at me as a black man in America. That's insane. And if you guys want to continue to sit under that weird shit that Trump and the rest of them are saying, you want to sit under this, oh no, we're taking it out of context. Oh no, they're not racist. You guys just are being sensitive. Keep your ass over there. You're not going to discount what I'm saying. Now, I didn't want to have this motherfucking conversation today. I wanted to let this shit go. I said what I said at the very beginning of the stream. I was going to let it go. But we're not going to come into my live stream, into my chat, and discount what the fuck we are saying as black Americans. Y'all are going to stop expecting black Americans to have empathy for someone who wouldn't give a good goddamn about us, that looks at us as a second-rate citizen. Stop. That's bullshit.
There's no hiding behind, it's a political opinion. How could we take things to such extremes? Because it's more than a political opinion. I agree with you. People with different political opinions deserve safety and everything. Yes, it's not a political opinion anymore.
I refuse to compromise. I'm not going to compromise about my race. I'm not going to compromise about my community, about the things that we're outright experiencing and just being discounted on. Oh, you guys aren't experiencing that. Oh, that's not real. Walk a day in... We live in two totally different Americas, and that's never going to change. No matter how much y'all like to always say, oh, no, I see you. I sympathize with you. Oh, I voted Obama. No matter how much y'all like to throw all that shit out there, we live in two totally fucking different Americas, and you will never see that. You will never see it. That's why you are just so able to speak the way you speak and say that we're taking things out of context. Because in your perfect little world, in your privileged world, that your white world, you can't see the things that we're seeing. You haven't experienced the things that we've experienced. So, of course, to you, it's being taken out of context because this is just locker room talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
Until next time, which is what, 3-4 hours from now, or me, I'm going to go do a couple things, maybe clean a little over here at the Chill Mansion, and I will be back with my ring light on tonight or Pantheon 3-way stream. Some of the things we'll talk about, I still don't know, but I will scour the internet and get some things to talk on. Thank you for coming. On behalf of Darius Deshaun Henderson and Chillmonger, we wish you a happy Thursday. Peace.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Pal and a confidant.
This is my part right here. Ooh, oh, if I did
Everyone you knew.
the biggest gift, the biggest. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.